Hello everyone, welcome to the new episode of Ezygo.app knowledge series. Today in this video, we are going to discuss the 7-step process every educational institute must follow to get ISO certified. So, if you are planning to go for ISO certification, we recommend you to watch this video till the end. Let's first know what is ISO. ISO refers to the International Organization for Standardization. It is an independent organization that provides standards in terms of quality, safety, and efficiency of products and services provided by the businesses. The ISO certification for quality management systems demonstrate the delegation's commitment to flexibility, continuous improvement, and providing students with high quality education. The benefits of ISO certification for educational institutions are significant. Now we will see what is ISO certification for educational institutions. ISO 21001 is an international standard established by the International Organization for Standardization, which renders management tools for organizations that offer educational products and services. Also, it intends to assist educational providers to meet students' requirements and needs. ISO 21001 is based on ISO 9001 Quality Management Systems, but it provides a specific framework for educational organizations. Also, it aims to improve the satisfaction for their learners by improving the educational process and ensuring conformity to learners' requirement. Let's now talk about the 6 benefits for your educational organization when you are ISO certified. By becoming ISO 21001 certified, you will be able to enhance your education system, intensify the reputation of your educational institution, encourage equal opportunities for all students despite their religious backgrounds, ethnic or cultural origin, gender, ability or disability, furnish personalized training and effective response to all learners, stimulate perfection and innovation, present education more accessible. How is ISO certification beneficial for teachers and students? From the outside, we consider teaching to be more of an acquired talent than a full-time profession. To put it in another way, we see instructors educating themselves, training and earning degrees, and then doing one job for as long as they see it. In technical sense, this is correct. But the reality is that teachers must have the ability to adapt. ISO 21001 standards support this growing emphasis on flexibility by offering additional guidelines for a wider range of scenarios. Surprisingly, another important feature of ISO 21001 standards for educational institutions, both in schools and elsewhere, is that they can help level the playing field for students. Given the aforementioned example of standardized testing as an existent standardized educational approach that can actually lead to less fairness among the students. This is almost ironic because ISO 21001 offers recommendations for a wide range of scenarios involving education and how learners should be engaged and managed. The objective is that the standards would eventually result in a more consistent educational ecosystem. Now that you know the benefits, let's see what are the 7 steps every educational institute has to go through to get ISO certified. First step is documentation. Create a school or educational institute's quality manual in compliance with ISO 9001-2008 requirements. Create a quality plan and aim for schools and educational institutions. Determine each person's role and responsibilities inside the organization. Provide mindfulness training on ISO 9001 requirements, quality approach and method, strategy, criteria teaching plan, school organization graph, school layout, and various plan to each individual. On the actualized QMS management system, lead the internal audit and management survey meeting. The second step is identification of school and educational institute process. Number 8. Administering administrations, applicants process, allocating spaces for homerooms, labs, workshops, libraries, and other comparative spaces. B. Allocating showing loads, assessing student execution, designing and creating approval consequences of educational programs or schedules are some of the procedures used by schools and educational institutes. Number C. Creating course lists, creating course materials, etc. D. The hiring of regulatory and exhibit personnel. The process of marketing and enlistment, security, well-being, and basic insurance benefits are all provided. Students are chosen one by one. The third step is ISO certification process. In general, the certification body sends the application structure to obtain customer data associated with ISO certification for Educational Institutes India. Example, total effective number of personnel, work movement, site or location, address, contact details with email ID. They will determine the number of devices and other resources used to be reviewed based on this information and will then issue the citation. Once you have approved the citation, they will contact you to set up a date for the Stage 1 audit. Inspectors will mostly analyze preparation for Stage 2 reviews in Stage 1 review, but they will also be looking at the documentation sections where you have already built up the manual, procedure, internal review, association graph, and process usage as mentioned earlier. The fourth step is technical review or certification option. After the review, examiner has prepared the report and presented it to the technical audit and technical commentator. Accreditation is advised. After the process of reviewing is completed, the testimony will be sent within 10 working days. The fifth step is certification cost. The cost of accreditation varies from association to association and confirmation body to confirmation body. When all is said and done, the cost of accreditation will be calculated based on the number of representatives, full-time or part-time or subcontracted, the number of sites or branches of educational institutions covered by the accreditation, and the number of working people. The sixth step is selection of certification authority. There are many certification bodies in India. Nevertheless, it is recommended that you pick one that has been accredited by an accrediting body. The second criterion for selecting an ISO certification body is the cost of accreditation, as well as whether or not the certification body's administration is located in your surrounding vicinity. The seventh step is ISO certification training. The vast majority of people get ISO training from the certification body for the use of the quality management framework inside the organization, but they are not recognized as the body. Our recommendation is to get the training from a recognized body close to your city. Recognized body will provide multi-day training and provide the most up-to-date information on ISO 9001-2008 training. And at the end of all this, the endorsement will be given by a perceived body and this proclamation will be valid all over the world.